What is the most important aspect of your shows? Who do you sing to?
I would say I just compose the songs about things that I feel, that I experience, and that I think in my head. You know, like when something makes me sad or happy, I just sit on the piano, write chords, write melody and words, and I always hope to connect through the experiences with the audience. Maybe it's not the same experiences for them, but I hope they can find always something they can connect to, or maybe just a feeling, like to some chord progression, like minor, I don't know, makes you feel somehow. Yeah, I want to connect with the people and to give them energy and to receive from them, and I think today it was really amazing to play here, and I think it worked out.
It's really loud in here, and I think that you have this ability to disconnect from this loudness and just feel the way you want.
Yeah, it's I don't know, the songs, like I can be nervous before and everything can happen, but when I come to the synth and we start to play and I start to sing, it's just like getting into this other world and yeah, just locking myself and the audience in it.
In our previous interview on Fine Tune site, you mentioned that you love Anna Maria Jopek and Agazarian. Would you agree to a spontaneous show with them, or would you rather prepare for it first?
Wow, maybe spontaneous is better, because I think if I prepared I would be really nervous and it would bring, so if you tell me like, okay, in 5 minutes you play with them, it would be maybe better, but I don't know.
You mentioned your grandmother living in Poland.
Did she ever talk about Poland?
My grandmother, yes. Actually, she always says she wants to come back here because she's really old now, and we're planning with my mother or maybe with our family to come here, because she's always saying she thinks she wouldn't, because I don't know how many years it is since she was the last time here, because she studied here, and then all her family, they moved to Czech Republic. And she says, I don't know if I would remember the places because it's so long ago, and so I think it would be really nice to take her here, because we were walking yesterday and today, and I really love the city. It's like the energy. It's like I think I feel my things here, you know, like the roots. So I think she would really love it here. So I hopefully it's gonna work out, so we can make a trip with her and see everything here.
What is the most popular music in Czech Republic currently?
It's hard to say. I would say pop and rock, probably, but electronic music is also getting its way. But pop rock are the most famous, or how to say, yeah, styles.
Do you have any passions besides music, or is it your whole life?
I think I cannot think of anything like a real passion. Is for me probably only music. I always feel kind of weird and I always want to start doing something, but then I come back to only music and I can concentrate on that the most and love it the most and put my energy in it like 100%, so probably just music.
You were collaborating with Floexem before, who did music, the soundtrack for Machinarium indie game, which was very awesome, the game itself and the soundtrack. And would you like to prepare a soundtrack for a video game also? Would you feel comfortable with?
That would be great. I've never done such a thing, but I think it would be really interesting. I'm now starting to work on one piece for theater, for music, for one choreographer, a friend of mine, and it's the first time also for me. Yeah, I would like to try, maybe.
Let's talk about the game more. What kind of game would it be if you could think of it now?
I really loved when I was small, or little, or a teenager maybe. I like I don't know how you call it, when you're building things. You're building a city That's too like obvious or something, but it was called Pharaoh, and you were building Egypt, like ancient Egypt. I really like that. I used to play like Doom and these classics. So, but I wouldn't want to compose for a action game probably. Maybe something adventurous.
You can find a reference in your videos to David Lynch's poetry. And do you feel that music should take us into a dreamland or just make us feel fully alive?
Well, that's a question. I think both are okay. You can experience different things. If it takes you to something you wouldn't imagine by yourself, and somebody makes you imagine something you've never thought of, I think that's great. But also you can connect to some song or to some words or some music, like you have the experiences and you feel like, oh, this makes me feel my own. That's perfect too. So I think both things can really lift you up and make you feel really good and move you.